We've got 2 Commander Masters preview cards, and we're building a deck around them right now.
My name is Mia, and I love playing Yahtzee to figure out who goes first in Commander.
I'm BZ, and I hate that. And we have a Patreon. If you want to support our differing opinions on how to decide who goes first, you can go over to Patreon, donate money directly, support the channel, make the channel better, strictly better, and you're going to get stuff in return like merch or exclusive content that we post every Saturday.
You can also go to Cool Stuff Inc., the sponsor of this video, and use the code
NERDS
to get 5% off your entire purchase.
And Dragon Shield has the best sleeves in the multiverse.
Good sleeves.
Head over to the EU or US links to buy sleeves straight from the source. They are amazing. We would recommend no one else. Don't use redacted sleeves. Use Dragon Shield. And you can support the channel by using our links and buying cards at the same time for yourself.
A video is also sponsored by Moxfield.com. Where's the ad? I don't know. You can guess. But if you guess and you say you got it right, you're lying.
We know a liar when we see it.
We do. Also, happy birthday to everyone whose birthday's today and all of your pets, too.
With a bonus special shout out to LotusCon 2023. This is in Belleville, Illinois, and it is from October 7th to the 8th. If you're into CDH or just regular Commander, messing around, having some fun, you're in the area, highly recommend. They're actually giving away a time twister for some of the prizes they have in that weekend.
And if you want to come play with us, we'll be hanging around.
Yeah, this is like prime time to meet the nerds in LotusCon.
Yes. As mentioned before, we have 2 preview cards for Commander Masters. Thank you so much, Wizards. We really love you and appreciate it so much. And the first preview card is actually the Commander for our deck.
Well, get ready because our Commander is Braid's Conjure Adept. It's 2 blue for a 2/2. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they can put an artifact, creature, or land from their hand onto the battlefield. Each player, every turn, puts out their best thing, and we're going to make this good for us.
Everyone's going to be able to cheat out their best stuff, so we have to break that symmetry. First off, we have Sphinx of the Second Sun, which means we get an extra beginning phase. So we're going to be able to cheat out multiple things per turn.
Yeah, we cheat out the Sphinx on our upkeep, then our turn ends, and we get another untap upkeep, cheat something else out, and then we get to draw a card for fun.
Yeah, we love that. Diluvian Primordial?
Yeah, that's going to cast an instant or sorcery from every opponent's graveyard. So we're going to get basically 4 cards of value instead of just 1, and everybody else might just put out, oh, here's a big 10/10. And we're like, here's a 5/5 and the best thing y'all have going on.
We love the value here. Stormtide Leviathan means all the creatures with Island Walk?
Without Island Walk, just can't attack. So when we put out Stormtide Leviathan with Braids, every other creature you put out, unless it has some really cool abilities, it's not attacking.
Scourge of Fleet bounces any creature with toughness less than the amount of islands that we control. So, and with a mono blue deck, of course, we're going to bounce so many things.
Yeah, what happens with Braids is you pass a turn, then someone cheats something, someone else cheats something, and now when it gets back to you, all 3 people have cheated something in play, and then the first creature you put out is just Scourge of Fleets, and it just resets everything.
We're also going to cheat out Hullbreaker Horror, which is going to bounce spells or non-land permanents.
Yeah, so whenever you try to cheat something out with Braids, I'm just going to play some 1-drop and say, nah, no thanks. And then Tightsbound Tyrant's really similar. It just bounces permanents when you play spells. We're going to cheat this out for free, and then we're going to bounce all your stuff. Sorry. And I also like Portal to Phyrexia, because it's going to say when you're cheating out creatures on the opposing side, it just sweeps them all away. Even if you have 1 or 2 redundant ones, it says sacrifice 3. And then when you sacrifice them, we can start getting basically additional Braids triggers from you that you put out that we made you sacrifice from your graveyard with the portal.
We love free stuff here. But along with Braids, we're going to cheat out things in a few other ways. One of them is show and tell. You can put something down too, but we're going to have the better thing in the end.
Yeah, everyone does a Braids right away. But we're going to make sure that one of the things that we just mentioned comes out and it's bad for you.
Absolutely.
Paradox Hates gives you an extra upkeep, so it doubles our Braidsening.
Omniscience, everything's free for us.
I mean, how do you win? I think if you start casting Omniscience, actually, now that I'm seeing this, Omniscience just goes infinite with like Hullbreaker Horror and anything, because you can just start casting a spell, bouncing the other thing, cast it, bounce the other thing, and if they have ETBs, you just start winning.
Elminster's Simulacrum says that we can make copies of any creature that an opponent has.
Yes.
1 for each opponent, actually.
So at the end step, after they all Braids, we just steal all of their things and untap and then trigger Braids again. The win condition of this deck, though, actually is going to be mill. We're going to mill our opponents. Creatures are nice, but as you saw with all the creatures we listed, none of them are really like closing games guaranteed. They're just going to shut down our opponent's Braids things. We're going to win with our second preview card. Cards like it, which is Minds Aglow. It's blue, and then it says join forces. Anyone can pay any amount of mana. Each player draws X cards. We're going to force everybody that isn't us to draw their entire deck and lose.
Yeah, we love drawing cards here, but everyone's going to think it's a good thing, and it's not going to be in the end. We're going to have, like, forced fruition in there. We're going to have prosperity.
Yeah, we're going to have fascination. They're all just going to force opponents. They're going to be like, hey, thanks, great. No, wait, hold on. No.
Please stop, let me.
Please, let me go. No, we're not going to let you go. We're going to play Fractured Sanity, make you mill 14. I even like Vision Skeins, make everybody draw 2. And Standstill shuts the game down until somebody casts a spell, and each of their opponents draws 3. We're even fine to be the one to break the standstill. You're going to hate it.
Yeah. You know what else are we going to play? Moxfield.com.
Oh, you didn't guess this one. It's the best way to build a deck online, and I did say it correctly this time. I love Moxfield. She loves Moxfield. It's the greatest way to build a deck. You need to go on there, because if you're not going on there, you're missing out the ability to sort by tags, sort by price, sort by seller, sort by customized category that you like. Shoes, whether they're wearing shoes or not. Do that on Redacted site. I dare you.
You can even make a list with no category, which makes it so much tailorable than any other site, especially Redacted site.
Much more tailorable.
Plus, we have the most followers on Moxfield, and we like to be the first to hit 10,000.
Get it? Get on it. You know what to do.
Oh, absolutely.
As we tell you how to force opponents to die, as it were. Dictative Crew Fix. Everybody draws an additional card every turn. Howling Mine. Read what I just said again. It's the same thing. We're just going to start stacking up. And I love one little random combo with all these cards is Fairy Mastermind. So whenever they draw their second card, which is mandatory every turn, you just get another card.
Yeah, we're going to also add in Kami of the Crescent Moon, Butt Cheek Boy.
AKA Butt Cheek Boy, yes.
And Font of Mythos and Temple Bell to make everyone else draw extra.
Yeah, there's just no stopping it. You're going to have too many cards to know what to do with. And it's kind of like this deck is calling your bluff. It's like, all right, here's Braids, and here's 50 cards. Put your best thing in play right now, I dare you. 1v1 me. And then we just invalidate it and continue to mill them like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's like, you can put your best thing out, but I bet ours is better.
Yeah, Tasha's Hideous Laughter is in there for some more mill. Folio of Fancies is one of the best ones, especially when you're stacking their hands up and then just punishing them by milling. Windfall also works very well with Folio because as you end step draw, everybody draws a bunch of cards. You're playing Force Fruition, you're drawing 7, whatever. Now you're going to discard your hand and draw all that many. We're going to take a few because we also profit off of this, and you're going to have 2 cards left in your deck and cry.
We also have some backup win cons. One of them is Triskaidekaphile. Because we're drawing so many cards anyways, at some point, we have to have 13 in our hands, right?
Yeah, we'll have 13. Surely we'll have 13 cards in our hand at some point. And just in case things get a little dicey in the mill category and we go a little too hard, we have Nexus of Fate to take an extra turn for 7. If we whittle our library down enough, Nexus of Fate is just going to keep coming up. And we're just going to take all the turns, and you can't beat it.
Absolutely. So we have multiple plans for this deck, and though it might look group huggy on the outside, I can promise you there is a way to win.
It's group nasty on the inside. I would like to double the each player draws X and Braids as our preview cards from Wizards. Seriously, we appreciate it so much. I am excited to eventually have an entire deck that is just preview cards that we've had. So I'm really, really happy to keep it going. And if you want to know, the Nitpicking Universe had other preview cards? Yeah, we did. Go check out this one.
And just remember.
Yeah, what do we remember this time?
We are remembering that drawing cards isn't always a good thing.